So far, it's been great. This season has been amazing. We worked pretty hard on it. Storylines, the messaging, particularly collaborating with our partners, have been very key in pushing the messaging that we need young people to hear. And this year, we're focusing a lot on, how will I put it, adherence. And people coming out with their status and being, understanding that there's love, there's care and support, people living positively with HIV. And we try to push the fact that if you have HIV, it's not the end of the world. You understand? You can go on and live a healthy, normal life. There are a lot of people who are doing it, who are married, who have children, and living happily.
I was very eager to see, what the entire team had done with the material we gave, and I'm very pleased with the outcome. I think the bigger challenge, as it is with most, infotainment series, is putting your message in an appealing form, an appealing package for the youth. They're not going to just sit down and listen to a lecture. You have to get their interest first. So that was what was maybe the bigger challenge. Like, okay, we've done our research, we have this information that we need to pass across, but how do we make it palatable to this younger generation?
My name is Mohau Mugwateklele, and I play Bonguki. My role is a supportive friend to Mary, and she's her voice of reason. She advises her to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I think it made me look at myself, and I felt so drawn to the character. I felt like this is me. The character and I are so close, and yeah, I think that's what drew me to it, because I could relate so much. I would advise my little sister or friend to go for family planning and all of those things.
My name is Olumide Oworu, and I play the character Weki in MTV Shuga seasons 3 and 4. I think the most challenging part about being Weki is just conveying the proper emotion, the right emotion, of somebody that was born and is living with HIV and AIDS. That is the most tasking thing about playing the role, but it's the most rewarding thing to see people appreciate your work at the end of the day. So people like Weki, and I'm good with that.
Because of the involvement of the 6222 call center, to this show, it was important to get certain things right. They had to be represented accurately, So, that involved trips to the NACA call center in Abuja and back, just to make sure that we got it right, and that Sophie would be able to give the right feel, when she portrays someone who works at the call center. So, it was a lot of research, it was a lot of background work, but I dare say it was worth it.
We went on the road with Shuga 3 with support from Elton John AIDS Foundation. We had something we call On Tour with Shuga, where we took Shuga to communities across 5 states, and it was amazing. Previously, we were like, young people would not like to get tested for HIV, they might shy away from it, but we were surprised. We had screening of the show in communities, and young people came out and voluntarily want to get tested. And then we tested over 47,000 young people. That's just amazing.
This is only tackling, just maybe scratching the surface, I would say. There's rape. That's an issue that's really close to my heart, because nothing upsets me as much as a rape issue or a rape case or a rape story. So I think those are things that we can be able to tackle through storytelling. There's the issue of unwanted pregnancy, in youth, in young people. There's the problem of early marriage, which I honestly think, we can also address through this medium. And it's our work as filmmakers and, creative people to do that. We can't leave it all to the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, unfortunately. So, yeah.
HIV messaging has somewhat not been on the radar so much. Even though Nigeria is like the second largest endemic country, we need to do more. Shuga is doing its best, partnering with UNICEF, Gates Foundation, NACA, UNFPA, and all our, with the state SACAS, State Agency for AIDS Control, and all of us pulling together to do everything we can to fight it to finish.